Budapest looks as it did hundreds of years ago. This city that is seemingly still is actually forever changing. Whoever sets foot here will get to see another world. In the last episode, I traveled through space and time, underground, across the sea, and even through the skies of Budapest. I now move on to the endless plains of Hungary. There are people who continue with their nomadic lives and the creatures that have come seeking for paradise. This land is a priceless masterpiece sculpted by Mother Nature. This is Hortobagy, the Hungarian wilderness. Vast plains made up of grasslands and marshes stretch out in eastern Hungary. This is where Hortobagy, the first national park of Hungary, listed as a World Heritage Site, is located. European winters are prone to rain. The cloudy skies sprinkle rain as we head for our destination.
홀토바지는 유럽에서 가장 넓은 목초지로 유명한 곳이에요. 근데 지금 이렇게 비가 와서 좀 걱정이에요. 꼭 가고 싶은데.
Fortunately, the rain stops about the time we arrive. A thick fog covers the still wet plains. I decide to walk blindly in one direction.
평원이 굉장히 넓은데 지금 안개가 있어서 한 치 앞도 안 보여요. 이 느낌이 너무 신비로워요.
In the midst of the fogs are homes to so many lives. About 40% of the Hungarian land is made up of plains. Hortobagy is at its center. Hungary gave up development here to protect this stretch of land, and it greets me with faces that I never expected to see. These are Hungarian wild horses. They're the only wild horses left in Europe. Far off in the distance are buffalo enjoying their breakfast. I embark on my journey away from civilization. With their 4 legs, the horses run the plains, fast and free. It looks like they won't be letting me join them. But there must be someone in these plains who is willing to talk to me. I see someone in the distance. It's a man in an exotic costume with a flock of sheep. The man is swinging his whip, and a dog is leaping to its rhythm. Is he training this dog? I wait until the man stops his whip and approach him.
Ez mi ez?
Ez karikás.
Karikás?
Karikás. Ezt a lóhátán szoktuk használni, meg a gulyát hajtsuk vele.
They say a man's whipping skills indicate how good a shepherd he is.
én ezt nem tudom, hogy kell. Hogy lehet?
Próbálja meg úgy, hogy csuklóból csapni.
근데 이거 굉장히 생각보다 무거워요. 그리고 조심하세요. 저 이걸로 칠지도 몰라요. 멀리 가세요.
Do I have what it takes to become a shepherd? Despite my eagerness, my whipping is just sloppy. I decide to learn to whip again. Using the wrist really changes the sound of the whipping.
그 굉장한 기술인 것 같아. 이 손목으로 어떻게 하는데. 우리 벌써 손부터 너무 다르다고. 이것 보세요.
Nem egyforma kezünk az a fog. Csikós is vagyok, gulyás is vagyok, itt vannak a lovak lent amarra, most a birkával vagyok itt egyszerűen.
아, tényleg? Hova szaladtak?
Oda, itt a kerítés mellett ház.
tényleg?
All the sheep have disappeared while we were talking, but Gabor is not panicking. He trusts his sheepdog, Gaudi.
kutya megérti, amit mondasz?
Megbízom.
Tényleg?
Hogy ne érten.
Nagyon okos.
Ne!
Gabor's sheep are really where Gaudi is headed. Gaudi hears his master's words and begins to herd the sheep again.
정말 강아지가 아저씨가 얘기하는 말 그대로 다 알아듣고 지시하는 대로 다 데려가고 있어요. 너무 똑똑하죠?
Ne! Bort! Hey!
Sheepdogs are essential for nomadic herders in order to protect the sheep from predators like wolves that may be hiding in the grass. Sheepdogs are extremely alert and loyal. Thanks to Gaudi, herding the sheep is much easier for Gabor. Gaudi herds the sheep all the way home.
굉장히 많다. 어머 어머. 집에 누가 먼저 어머 저기 봐요. 먼저 들어가려고.
All 450 sheep crowd the narrow doorway at once. Now that they are full, they're going to enjoy the afternoon in a warm house. Gabor can finally rest too.
여기 새끼 강아지들 있어요.
These puppies are about 2 months old. They are the next sheepdogs to be.
De a kutya a szűségesebb mindig, az a minden.
Tényleg?
Nagyon szeretem a feleségemet, nem is hagynám, de a kutya az mindig hűségesebb. Ezt mindig azt mondják az ember.
It looks like Gabor means everything to the dogs too. They demand to be given attention. Is Gabor's wife also aware of this passionate love? I feel a little mischievous.
Képzeld, a férjed azt mondta, hogy a kutyát jobban szereti, mert a asszonynál hűségesebb.
Jézus Mária!
Hát mit gondolsz?
Hát el fogom intézni estére.
오늘 밤 처리하겠다고요.
Megkapja magát!
megkapta meg.
The stove adds warmth to this happy home. It's a peculiar looking one though.
Van sütője
The
is,
all-purpose
látod?
stove, a must-have in the chilly plain area, is a representation of history. She received it from her mother-in-law and has been using it for 4 decades.
이거 하나로 집안의 난방도 다 되고 요리도 다 할 수 있대요. 굉장히 경제적인 것 같아요.
Dinner will be cooked by using the stove. The ingredients are very simple, with several small potatoes and a lump of pork. Gabor must have been starving. He cuts off a piece of fat and puts it in his mouth.
피노.
Ez a pásztorpé.
katona.
He offers me a piece. I can't tell what it'll taste like from the look of it.
Rák.
피노, 엄청 피노. 맛있어요.
Kóstolják meg.
근데 좀 세게 깨물어야 돼요. 딱딱해요.
Reggelire meg vacsorára, délben meg fejezünk vagy slambucot, vagy lebbencslemet.
The cooking finally begins when the fat from the pork melts and fills the pot. Agnes adds potatoes to it. After frying for a while, the pot is left to boil and then is seasoned. It is seasoned with a lot of salt.
Jó. Elsózza az ételt az asszony, akkor azért sózza el, mert szerelmes.
Tényleg, mert csak a szerelmére gondol, és sok sót rakod be? Az nem tudjuk.
Valószínű, lehet.
Ez érdekes. 사랑에 빠져있는 여인은 사랑하는 사람만 생각하느라 소금을 많이 쳐가지고 음식이 짜진다는데 그래서 소금 빠뜨리면 큰일 난다고 소금을 많이 넣어야 된다고 아니면 자기 남편을 사랑하지 않는다는 뜻이라고.
I become curious about the love story of this happy couple.
Hát már szerettem, mondtam neki, hogy szeretem, nem akart elhinni. Mondom neki, hogy jössz utána. Azt mondja, nem, megfordul. Akkor én elindultam, csak jött. Mondom, gyere, akkor legyen meg a lelki.
Without the power of love, this kind of food would not be possible. Slambuk, a nomadic dish, may look simple, but it actually requires much work.
A bojtár 32-szer ment körbe a Guján, vagy a Ménesen, és mire körbe ment, akkorára megfőtt a slambuc. És ezért 32-szer kell fordítani.
Could this also be a part of nomadic tradition?
Egy fél pálinkát meg szoktunk inni.
Tényleg?
Így van, ebéd előtt.
Ebéd előtt?
Ebéd
Nem ebéd
előtt.
után? Egészségedre. Köszönöm.
I drank it without thinking, and my throat is burning.
Csak 50 fokos.
Csak 50 fok. 겨우 50도래요. 어머.
Megiszik 3-4 féldeszik, vagy 3 szentes, melyiknek mi a, csak utána indul el dolgok.
Hát ha el tud indulni.
Akkor jó.
The two have such a happy life together. The slambuk is finally ready. I lived in Hungary for 9 years, but this is my first time meeting a nomad or tasting their food. It doesn't have a particular shape, but it has a delicious aroma.
너무 맛있어요. 이 음식 먹고 아주 추운 대평원으로 나가도 끄떡 없을 것 같은 그런 느낌이에요.
Azért már, hogy tele legyen a gyomrok, tudjanak dolgozni, tudjanak menni, mert ez egy laktatós falu.
지화자. akkor most koreaiul mondjuk, jó? Oké. 지화자.
좋다.
Bullszél.
Slambuk, paired with palinka, drive away the winter cold. Gabor suddenly appears with an accordion. Here in the plains, we can laugh and sing as loudly as we want, and no one will come to complain. This freedom must be the reason why they choose life in the plains.
이렇게 대평원에서 사시는 분이 이런 연주까지 하시는 거 보니까 정말 재능이 많으시고요. 유목민의 삶을 이렇게 흠뻑 느낄 수가 있어서 너무 좋아요.
Korám jön meg, mikor 4 nap van, vagy hogyha olyan kedvem van, akkor húzom, cibálom. De káposzta, a déli káposzta.
My first night in the plains, I am completely absorbed in the nomadic songs. Without regrets of yesterday or worries about tomorrow, I choose to enjoy this very moment. The wind brings morning to all corners of the plains. I too get ready for a new day.
Mi ez itt?
8 éves motor, a szüleimtől örököltem, gumicsere volt rajta, de amúgy megy a motor, jó motor.
It may look like an antique, but the motorcycle is one of Gabor's most prized possessions.
Akkor most is lehet ezzel menni? Ez most is?
Elviszlek vele, jó?
Oké, jó.
No automobile will have traveled the plains for a longer time than this motorcycle. It's perfect for my journey around Hortobagy. As a veteran, the machine proves the years that have passed it by wrong as it dashes forward. It may look the same from a distance, but the planes have so many different colors. In the distance, a man riding a horse almost as fast as our motorcycle shows up. He's Gabor's friend.
Szervusz barátom, elhoztam nektek ezt a hölgyet, hogy neked bemutassam. Jó napot kívánok!
Szia vagyok!
Tóth Zoltán.
Zoltán!
I would imagine the ancient nomads who ran across the plains looked like him.
와, 말이 너무 예쁘고요. 여기 계신 분도 너무 늠름해 보이세요.
Gyerekkorom óta lovagolok, gyerekkori vágyam volt a csikós élet, és jelenleg már 5 éve csikósként dolgozok a Hortobagyon.
Zoltán was training his horse. He makes the horse lie down and stop moving. I ask him what he's training the horse for.
Mivel nincs fa, tehát egy nácsó mögött simán el lehet bújni, vagy éppen egy lapolyagos részen, ha beleáll az ember így, de lefekteti, akkor el tud bújni.
There won't be wars where he has to worry about losing his horse, but the training continues. It's this kind of activity that breeds a bond between Zoltán and his horse. After communicating with his horse, Zoltán makes me an exciting offer.
Ez csak így rajta van.
The horse has agreed to let me ride on its back.
Mögd át a lábad. Azaz. Meg vagy?
Hely, a kalapot meg itt hagyjátok.
Gyerek,
Ja? Oké. köszönöm szépen. 와우, 스나예요. 이 모자를 쓰니까 이제 호르토바지의 진정한 유목민이 된 것 같아요.
A higher point of view takes a while to get used to. I have to grab hard to keep my balance as the horse walks forward. I used to be a mere observer of the wilderness. I now start to become a part of Hortobagy. Wind blowing from the open field clears my mind.
진짜 최고예요. 기분 최고예요. 끝내줘요. 말로 표현할 수가 없어요. 와, 너무 시원하고 이 넓은 대평원을 막 흠뻑 느끼고 왔어요. Figyelj, szuper volt, köszönöm szépen!
Szívesen
Wow!
Maradsz a lóháton. Nem így haza.
Nem megyek haza?
Hát nem.
Hát jó, akkor itt maradok. Itt maradhatok?
Nem jobban érzem.
남아도 된대요.
It's difficult to get away once you get to know the appeal of the plains.
Hál' Istennek sikerült ez az álmom, és tehát én szeretném ezt a hagyományt megőrizni, és ezt folytatni, és én átadni majd a fiataloknak, úgy, ahogy nekem az öregek tették, és teszik mai napig is.
What other treasures lie hidden in Hortobagy? I see some people standing on the top of a staircase. This is an observatory. What are these men looking for in the midst of the fierce winter wind?
Igen. Számoljuk a madarakat. Tehát ugye most nemzeti parkban vagyunk, ugye, és itt elég sok a védett faj, és a mai nap folyamán itt Magyarországon a rétisesoknak a számbavétele zajlik.
I turn my eyes in the same direction, but I see nothing.
Milyen madarak vannak itt körülöttem?
Rétisesok.
Sasok?
Igen.
Sasok
igen,
vannak
igen.
itt?
Igen, itt van benne a távcsőbe, akarod látni?
I look into a telescope set up by Antonio and I really see eagles.
저기 끝에 독수리 한 쌍이 있어요. 한 10년 넘게 같이 살았다고 하고요. 그리고 이제 곧 있으면 새끼도 낳을 거라고 해요.
I decide to follow the men to get closer to the eagles. This is as close as we can get. If we act greedily, the eagles will fly far away.
Nagyobb lánc ezek. Tehát ugye ezek ki vannak ám találva. Itt vannak ezek a nagyobb fák, ezek a száraz fák. Mögötte a fasor mögött egy halastó található, hiszen ezek a sasok javarészt halat esznek. Tehát itt szoktak üldögélni ezeken a fák tetején. Ez a kedvenc helyük.
Given how long these men observe the eagles, they're well aware of the birds' habits.
독수리 지금 뭐 날고 있죠?
At Hortobagy, men have little say on what goes on. They may only observe from a distance that Mother Nature allows.
Hogy itt az állatoknak a élete biztosított, nem vadásszák őket, nem zavarják, főleg ilyen tél idején, ugye amikor az emberek sem járnak erre, akkor nagyon-nagyon nyugalom.
Hortobagy is also known as Bird's Paradise. As Hortobagy is abundant in food, about 340 kinds of birds live here. Thanks to their height, nothing can distract large egrets from their hunting. There are also plenty of insects and small fish for white-winged black tern, a fashionable bird that changes its feathers for summers and winters. Isn't that exciting? In the protected zone, about the size of Yeouido in Korea, they go on with their lives. Here in Hortobagy, it feels like something is about to happen. Just as I expected, I meet with a couple of hawkers. Unlike the eagles I saw before, these hawks are well tamed. How did they end up getting tamed?
És jelenleg itt európai vadnyúlra vadászunk.
Hawks are excellent hunters with talons that can snatch food out of the air and beaks that hide its teeth like feathers. I decide to have him sit on my arm for a minute.
신기하다. 무서워. 약간 무서운데요. 와, 아니 이렇게 가까이서.
The hawk must have been scared of me too. Its master calls it to return, but it only looks sharply down at us. This tense situation continues. One moment, it seems to be coming back, but in the next, it settles for a different branch.
지금 매가 저희 때문에 놀라서 잘 안 오는 것 같아요. 오네요.
It takes the bird ages to come back, and there is good reason for changing its mind.
Minden esetben meg kell várni, hogy visszajöjjön. Ilyenkor természetesen kevesebb falatot kap, mikor visszajön, kevesebb húst kap, és ezért megtanulja, hogy érdemes elsőre visszajönni. Most neki valószínűleg az a baja.
Let's go hunt for some rabbit now. First, we have to find a path rabbits use often.
Itt szoktak menekülni, itt szoktak ugrándozni, menni a nyulak. Ha erre megyünk, akkor nagy valószínűséggel nyulat fogunk találni.
The more time the rabbits spend on the grass, the more bent the plants are.
Egy pihenőhely van. Innen nem megy tovább a járat. Itt szoktak feküdni a nyulak. Itt szoktak pihengetni és napozni jó időben. Lehet látni az ürüléket.
Aha.
Itt szoktak lenni. Itt pihengetnek.
Paying careful attention to the movement of the grass, we walk carefully through the reed forest.
Ott van egy nyúl.
Hol? Oh.
Menj megnézi.
Spotting a rabbit, the hawk suddenly lifts off. Could this be the beginning of the hunt? The hawk only makes a circle in the air and comes back to Argoston. Hawks are only interested in things that move. He simply ignores the rabbit when it's frozen from fear, but launches off for the hunt as soon as it begins moving again. Only Argoston can calm his excited bird. He has handed the rabbit from its tight talon grip. It's a wonder how the hawk can hunt something as big as itself.
Ezekkel a nagy karmaival, ezekkel a belsőkkel, illetve ezekkel a hátsókkal szorít rá a nyúlnak a fejére, és a nyúl ebbe hal meg. Utána pedig a csőrével darabolja fel a húst, és úgy eszi meg.
Its appetite is still there, but the hawk seems closer to humans than any other wild animal in Hortobagy.
És nem engedik.
Its stomach now full, the hawk stretches its wings and flies up into the wilderness. It's his turn to watch us now as we stand below on the plains. The creatures of Hortobagy wake up for another day. I will now head out of the plains for my next destination. We must cross the Tiza River to get out of Hortobagy. Several small boats are docked by the river. I call out to one that's just about to leave.
Hova mész most?
Halászni indulok. A Tisza folyóra.
Tényleg?
Igen, gyere velem. Gyere.
Csak felszállhatok rá?
Persze.
Wow. Oké, akkor felszállok.
A fisherman of the Tiza River lets me on his boat. I won't be leaving Hortobagy just yet.
아니 지금 인사만 했는데 이렇게 물고기 잡는 거 보러 같이 가자고 하셔서 지금 얼떨결에 타긴 했거든요.
Minden, mint én is.
Tényleg?
Ilyen busa, harcsa, mindenféle hal van.
olyan nagy, mint te? Olyan is?
Tiza River is the biggest estuary of the Dona River. It starts at the Carpathian Mountains between Ukraine and Romania, cutting across Hungary and flowing back into Serbia. This river dampens Hortobagy, enriching life on the Great Plains.
아마도 이 아주 넓은 호르토바지를 이 대자연을 닮아서 헝가리 사람들이 그렇게 따뜻하고 이렇게 정겹고 그런 것 같아요.
Everything about the view that must be a part of the daily life of the fishermen seems marvelous to me.
저기 새들 좀 보세요. 엄청 많아요.
The birds have come out fishing even before the fishermen.
531-es tábla. Innentől az én halászom.
A flock of birds finish their breakfast and leave. Are there any left for the fishermen to catch?
저기도
We move upstream the Tisa River, not minding the movement of a small boat. The wide river remains calm. About an hour's ride takes us to my destination. Amongst trees that look similar, the fisherman finds his markings. He pulls up a rope and the net that was underwater. It's a big catch. It's a species of wild carp that originated in Asia and adapted to the environment of the Tisa River.
Menjünk arra.
The animals in the ecosystem only take what they need, and the fishermen catch only a limited amount. That's why fish here are so big. I wonder what's in the net this time. The fisherman pulls up the net as slowly as the flow of the Tisa. One after another, carp are pulled up into the boat. It's a big fish this time.
Amur. Amur.
It's a wild carp by the name of amur.
와, 거기 엄청 커요.
With smooth scales, amur is a large fish that usually reaches 1 meter in length and between 30 and 40 kilograms in weight. It's a lucky day for the fisherman. He will now go sell these fish and enjoy dinner with his family.
아저씨가 너무 부러워요. 이렇게 한번 나가실 때마다 이렇게 좋은 수확이 많이 있으니까 너무 뿌듯하실 것 같아요. 근데 지금 제가 잡은 것도 아닌데 제가 너무 뿌듯하고 정말 부자 된 기분이에요.
The fisherman reaches the daily limit of fish that can be caught. But the work for today is not over yet. Lukács must install nets so he can come back tomorrow.
Ebből élünk, reggeltől estig itt dolgozom. Télen-nyáron, ugye most téli időszak van, ilyenkor egy kicsit hideg van, de hát ezt szeretem.
It's a difficult thing to be thankful for a repetitive lifestyle. Yet this fisherman, satisfied with his life, will come out again tomorrow with happiness. People are waiting for Lukács at the dock.
Jó, a feleségem, ő meg a lányom.
tényleg? Jó.
Ők segítenek a hal eladásában, meg feldolgozásában.
Hanem ebből tartjuk fenn magunkat, tehát ebből lesz pénz.
lesz pénz, eladjátok?
Igen, eladjuk, igen.
Nagyon jó, akkor ma sok pénz lesz.
Tehát talán az egyetlen. Egyetlen.
Nagyon büszke vagyok.
Igen, nagyon büszke
Daily
vagyok.
happiness, so abundant yet so easily forgotten, fills the air with warmth.